Seems like we are live right now. Making sure to get some people into the stream and pull up these stats while we wait for some people to come through. But yeah, man, can't wait to talk about this game. Can't wait to talk about this game. Let's see. On my mic. Yes. This game was lovely. That's all I can say. This game was a lovely game. GG to all the Bills fans as we go on to the bye week, as we go on to 7-1. Yes. Boy, man. Oh, man. It's so great being a Patriot fan, man. So lovely. So inviting. Let's see. All right, I'm pulling up these stats, and then we can go ahead and hop into the talk. These highlight talks and everything pulled up. Okay. All right, cool. Yes. All right, let's get it. Yo, so you two, you're about to grab at your head. DGP back again with another episode. Patriots Keys. This is episode 16. And basically, one episode, we're going to talk before the game. The next episode, we talk after the game. And just basically get our opinions on the game, all things football. Make sure you come through. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. Now, let's get into this talk. And boy, man, this, first off, what a beautiful way to go into your bye week. 41-25 really was 41-17, but they just scored a touchdown at the end of the game, and then they got a two-point conversion with like 30 seconds left in the game, but the game was already over. But yeah, man, this is lovely. Yeah, this is lovely, man. But first on, let's talk about let's talk how this game went. So, Tom Brady, Tom Brady. The hashtag ToMVP, bro. Like this man Tom Brady, bro, has still thrown 0 interception. He did come close a couple times this game, but he hasn't thrown an interception, man. Tom Brady, man, is looking pretty nice. I mean, he gets my vote for MVP right now. That's not even off a biased Patriot fan. Just the fact that he has thrown, I believe, 12, 13 touchdowns. Has about damn near 1,500, like about 1,300 yards and 0 interceptions since he's been back. And this is only in 5 games. Just imagine what he would do without the suspension. But yeah, man, Tom Brady's playing excellent. He's playing well. Shout out to the people in the chat and everything. So let's go ahead and talk about these 3 Patriots keys as I drop my fucking phone. Let's talk about this. And okay, let's get into it. So, first key, I said these tight ends going to have to eat because I said before week 4 when we played them, no Brady was there. Keep in mind, Martellus Bennett was the only guy who actually played football that game for the Patriots on offense. 5 receptions, 109 yards, and with Gronkowski, who only had 1 catch that game, who again was waiting for Tom Brady. Shout out to Ron Gronkowski because he got he got the Patriots record this game, 69 touchdowns. Grant loves that 69. But yeah, and it's so ironic that Gronkowski had the same exact stat line as Bennett outside the touchdown. 5 receptions, 109 yards. Bennett, week 4, 5 receptions, 109 yards. Like, that's crazy. So Gronkowski, 5 receptions, 109 yards, 1 touchdown. Bennett, 4 receptions, 35 yards. It seems like Bennett is bothered by that ankle a lot because he rushed off the field for a little bit with that ankle injury. I mean, he's been playing through it, but I mean, I'm glad we got this bye week. And this, to me, this is the perfect bye week. Like, be around like week 7, week 8. Like, I think this is the perfect bye week to have because guys who's getting hurt. Like I said, we're getting Deion Lewis back, so that's an extra week of him to be able to get back into the swing of things. Rob Gronkowski, he can get that mid-season rest, because when December time comes, November, December, people are going to be going for his legs, and we just need that extra rest. We did a pretty good job the first month. We didn't use him. We used him the second month, and then right here we just give him a small break of action. Julian Edelman also scored his first touchdown, but back to what I was saying earlier. Rob Gronkowski, Martellus Bennett, 9 receptions and a touchdown between the two. I said they both ate that game, so that's one key right there we can check off. Next one, I said we got to convert to third downs. Let me scroll down, because week 4 again. Like I'm not trying to take week 4 with a grain of salt. Like I'm not trying to put too much emphasis on week 4, but I mean that is the first time we played them, and that's pretty much how I got to go. But week 4 we was 1 of 12 on third down. Only converted 1 third down, and that's 8%. You're not going to win games if you're 8%. If you only convert 1 third down on the game. So, as I pull up this stuff, because the stuff just loaded in, excuse me. Third down efficiency for us, 9 of 13. That's 69%. 69, bro, man. What's up with these 69s here? Gronk 69 touchdowns. We were 69% on third down efficiency. But yeah, man, 69% converting on third down. And when you're 9 13, 69%, you're probably going to win the game 9 times out of 10. Third down was 4 13 for the Bills, 30%. And again, we just outworked them. We had the same amount of third downs, and we converted way more than them. So I say just check right there for that one. And then for the third one, I said protect the football. I don't want to see any fumbles. Don't want to see any drop passes. And I don't think I've seen any fumbles. We had one. Actually, we did have one fumble, but we was able to recover it. I think that was in the fourth quarter when the game turned off, if I'm not mistaken. But in terms of drop passes, I think I might have only saw one drop pass and one fumble. So we pretty much did a great job protecting the football. So I'm going to go ahead and check that off. So we completed all 3 keys. So again, typically, I think it's been outside of maybe one game when we do all the keys, actually every game this year, if we complete all the keys, we have won. It's been a couple times where they didn't do 1, but they did 2 out of 3. And then against the Bills, they were 0 for 3. So basically, I'm laying out the foundation for us past nations, for us Patriots fans, for us to get the dub. And if we follow what I tell them to do, bro, we can go ahead and get these dubs. So let's go ahead and break down each individual performance. I know it's 4:27. Packer game, Falcon game's on right now as I'm speaking. I'm kind of looking at it now. And I know you guys want to finish up your Sunday. So let me go ahead and stop rambling. Get the grades out. Tom Brady, 22 of 33, 3 of 15, 315 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, what else can I say? That's an A-. Could have did a better job on the completion. Pass protection was a little bit better today. Sometimes it was weak, but 22-33, he could get better on the completion percentage, about 67%, which isn't bad, but he missed a couple throws. So I'm going to give that man an A-, and he still has to throw an interception. Knock on wood. So let's go into the running attack. LeGarrette Blount, 18 carries, 43 yards. Tom Brady with a 15-yard rush. Let me give Tom Brady an A for that, because Tom Brady was moving in the pocket, getting people open. Sometimes it was called back for a penalty, but that 15-yard run that he had, that bumped him from an A- to A. So now let me get into the running backs. LeGarrette Blount, 18 carries, 43 yards, and a touchdown. James White, 2 carries, 15 yards, and then he also had 2 receptions, 14 yards. They didn't do a lot. They weren't effective, really. So I'm going to give them a C+ just because LeGarrette Blount did score that goal line touchdown to kind of put us up by 21 and just put the nail in the coffin that we was going to win this game. So I'm going to give them a C+. I mean, it's not their fault that they didn't do enough. We just didn't ask them to do too much. But, yeah, man, I mean, I just got to call it how it is. They're going to have to get a C+. Next, we got the wide receiving core. Chris Hogan, first time going into Buffalo as a Patriot. I mean, he did play in week 4, but this is the first one he's played in Buffalo. And he had a 53-yard touchdown. He had 4 receptions, 91 yards and a touchdown. Edelman, 4 receptions, 37 yards and a touchdown. Slotty Pippen is back. try to tell y'all, man, we got to get him more involved. And Danny Amendola, 3 receptions, 29 yards and a touchdown. Normally, I found a stat out too. Going into this game, Brady hasn't thrown a touchdown. All his touchdowns weren't to the wide receiver. Like, no wide receiver got a touchdown from Brady, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no wide receiver from Brady. No touchdown from Brady was to a wide receiver, which was crazy. Like, I looked it up and I was just like, wow, that's crazy. And this game, our top 3 wide receivers scored a touchdown. So I'm going to give these boys, since all of them scored touchdowns, all of them played their roles, all of them had like 4 receptions. I mean, Amendola had 3. They played their roles. I'm going to give this group an A. I'm going to give these group an A+, just because they did what they had to do. They was put it in that work. They kept cooking Gilmore because he kept holding them. And Chris Hogan was eating this game, whether it was drawing the flag. Oh, he was always open. Same with Julian Edelman. Dola making that crucial block on the Edelman touchdown. So I'm going to give these receivers an A+. I believe this might be the first A+ of the year that I've given to one of our groups. But, yeah, man, let's go more into it. Matthew Slater did – okay, he was the one who fumbled the football. Okay. Probably looks like a kick return or something like at the end. Let's go ahead, talk about, and also another reason why I would give that A+, because shout out to Danny Amendola, that 73-yard return. I'll get more into what happened going into halftime, but Amendola, we got up to, I believe, 14 now coming from halftime, and then Danny Amendola, the 73-yard return led to the touchdown by Edelman. And, yeah, man, that just kind of gave us real momentum to kind of put the dagger in them, like I said earlier. Now let's get into the defensive line. Defensive line played they played better. They didn't play great. They played better than what they normally do. They actually got some pressure. I mean, 2 sacks from Trey Flowers. Trey Flowers played excellent this game. Chris Long, I mean, he's not doing too much, but, again, he is pretty old. Jabal Sheard made a couple tackles, but, again, like, only reason why I know this Sheard is because I'm looking for him. If I was just watching the game, didn't know, I'd be like, oh, I forgot Jabal Sheard's on the team. So I'm going to give these boys a C+, just because Trey Flowers had a couple sacks. They didn't do anything wrong. Nothing wrong. They didn't do nothing bad. But they just pretty much didn't make a huge impact, really. Actually, I'm going to take that back. They did make an impact, so I'm going to give them a B-. They kind of made an impact, but it wasn't that big. So I'm going to give them a B- because they were forcing Tyrod Taylor out the pocket and pressuring him. So I'm going to give them a B-. Let's move on to the linebackers. Dante Hightower, Orlando Roberts. Jamie Collins got chop blocked, and he just kind of been, like I said, we really need this bye week because people are hurt, and so we need people to get healthy. So, but this linebacker core didn't do much. Tyrod Taylor had a 26-yard touchdown run in the third quarter to kind of, put them back in the game after like a botched punt from special teams. Like, the Bills botched the punt. Couldn't pick it up, and a punter ran like 16 yards for the first down, which is crazy. Everybody's focused down the field, but that's besides the point. That gave them momentum that drive, and like on 4th and 3, they went for it and down by 21, and Tyrod Taylor was able to just hike it and basically kept it and went untouched up the middle. I feel like that's on the linebackers right there, even though Jamie Collins did have an illegal hand to the face call that wasn't called, but I feel like the linebackers didn't do a good job keeping their gaps when they all came on that all-out blitz. So I'm going to take off points for them. So I'm going to give them a C on this game. Again, I got to call it how it is. They didn't play too well. They played okay, but, again, they didn't do nothing to truly hurt us except for that Tyrod play. But, again, they didn't do nothing that really impressed me. Now, the secondary, they were down a lot of wide receivers, so I'm going to take off a little bit of points for that. But no interceptions. Eric Rowe, I mean, he looked good coming out in his debut, but he's been getting kind of cooked a little bit recently, and he's been holding a lot. And these penalties, man, we just can't have them. It's a C+. It's nothing wrong with the defense, really. I mean, actually, it was something wrong with the defense. Everybody could improve. Like, the defense, this defense today played average. Like, that's pretty much how I can describe this defense. They didn't do anything great. Devin McCourty killed Brandon Tate on that crossing route. It was a clean hit, too. So, shout out to Devin McCourty for that. But, I mean, Malcolm Butler did his thing, locking up his side. It wasn't really throwing it to him, and when they threw it to him, it was underneath. And he's probably one of the best cornerbacks at tackling because every time somebody gets around his vicinity, he's always bringing them down. So, shout out to Malcolm Butler for that. And, yeah, man, that's pretty much it with the cornerback C+. Now let's get into the kickers, kicker and punter. Punter did his job, 44 yards. It's average. I'm gonna give him like a B- on that. Wasn't really didn't really do. Like I said, he was just average this game because our offense was so great that all our defense and special teams had to do was just not fuck up, and that's pretty much what they did. Now Steven Gostowski. Let's talk about Gostowski. Y'all know how I do it. How about Gostowski? I know how I feel about him. He went 2 for 2 today and made a 51-yarder. Now, yeah, AB, Tom Brady, Edelman helped you out. I told Edelman to go all out. You're welcome. But but this is crazy about Gostowski, and why I find this is a big deal because he's missed every kick except for I think the Cardinal game and maybe one other game this year. But it's either a kick or a field goal he's missed that. Today, 5 for 5 on extra points, 2 for 2 on field goals. A couple of them were lucky. I will say that extra point, one of them was wide right and almost fell in. But the field goal, going into halftime, the Bills had – and it was rough to kick in this weather too in Buffalo. It's always rough to kick in Buffalo. But a 45-yard field goal, the wind is going like left to right mostly, but like it's a little bit going towards the wind. So it has like some kind of velocity to help push the football forward if you're kicking with the wind, but more so it's left to right. So after the Bills miss a 45-yarder, we get the ball like around midfield. Brady drives down the field in 20 seconds, and it sets up a 51-yard field goal. We're going against the wind, so it's left to right against the wind. And we're only up by, I believe, 11 at this point. So Gostowski, he gets iced by Rex Ryan. And I tweeted it right then and there when he got iced. I said, listen, this might not be a big deal for other people, but to me, I found this is going to be a huge kick. This will determine if I have trust in him or not. Yo, man, I tell you, bro, if you don't talk trash to me, AB, I got you. I'll look out for you on the fantasy. You just can't talk trash about my Patriots. But yeah, I told myself, tweeted out too. I said, listen, if Gostowski make this field goal, this is huge because it goes on for the rest of the season. If he can make a 51-yard field goal against the wind that's going left to right, which is a tough field goal to make, then I wasn't losing faith in him. I was losing faith in him earlier, but I always told myself, like, when it comes down to the money, I still trust Gostowski. But if he can make this, I can fully say I trust Gostowski when it comes down to clutch time and even more in regulation. So he kicked it. It went right. Then the wind pushed it to the left. And he was on the right hash mark. So that joint pushed it all the way to the left. And I was like, he just barely about to miss it. And then it hits the left upright and bounces in. So, yeah, man, just that kick right there was huge for me. So I can fully say I trust Gostkowski. I keep calling him Gostowski. It's Gostkowski. But I'm not going to call him Anavy Jr. yet because he has to make a game-winning kick, and he has to do it probably in the playoffs to get that name back because that name, I gave it to him, and he didn't treat it right, so that name can take it back. But Steven Gostkowski, I trust him as my kicker in terms of clutch and regular time. So if you guys have anything else you want to talk about real quick, I'll be on here for a couple minutes. We can talk about anything. Let me know. Again, shout out to everybody who's came through, who left, who just stopped by, and everybody who's going to see afterwards. Please be able to drop a like on the video. It's greatly appreciated. And this is the bye week. I might do an episode just to get my thoughts on how we are going to up to this point. I might do that. Might not just because it's the bye week. I might take the bye week off just like the Patriots. But I will tell you this, though. I do have a series coming up. If you guys like Madden, if you guys like NFL 2K5, if you love presentation, I got y'all, fam. I got y'all with this fire series. Me and my boy Kid the Gamer. Shout out to Kid the Gamer. Be sure to check his YouTube out in the description below. But yeah, man, we got something cooking up right now. I've been up to like 5 o'clock in the morning. I had family come down, and I've been up till 5 o'clock in the morning, working just to try to get better for this series. So I'm telling y'all, man, this Madden series, And if you follow me on Twitter, please be sure to follow me on Twitter at The Great Patriot. You follow me on Twitter, you kind of have an idea of what it's going to look like. Like, not too much, but you kind of get like a little sneak peeks and stuff. But yeah, man. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I'll let you guys enjoy your Sunday. I know people got work tomorrow. I know people want to watch football. So I appreciate everybody for coming through. Like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.